Another thing building in public is I don't remember a time before having Fireflies, which is the AI meeting recorder, note taker thingamajig, right? And we were both saying this, weren't we? Like, how the fuck did we do this before?
Some people have said that Fireflies is the most valuable member of Generate.
It's a fair point.
I'm not sure who said
honest. I mean,
kind of don't need us really.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's high value, isn't it?
Oh my god, I honestly don't know how I operated beforehand. Scribbled for illegible notes that you then had to type up, or if you leave it a week and go back to. Whereas now you leave it a week, you go back to Fireflies and the transcript, you search for the bit you want to find, it goes to that part of the conversation, you just play the audio and it's there. Or you take the whole transcript and you write it up as a meeting update or a project update, or you write it up for developers, or you write it up for strategists, or like, it's just so handy. And I just don't know how we lived before it. I mean,
but it's also the sentiment too, isn't it? All the nuance around those conversations that you forget with client calls or internal calls as well.
Yeah.
Just speeding up, just using the obvious things and obvious tools that can help us do our job better, which means you can add more value to our clients.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's fascinating. Also, really interesting things like word speed for different people. I talk pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I realised, oh my God, I was 230 words a minute. I've got to slow down. I can't even understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's quite good for that, isn't it? You've got to kind of slow down and go, right, okay, that's good. A little bit more calm.
Yeah.
But it's been really, really fascinating. And again, we're recommending that. There's others out there too, right? But
and I thought
we like Fireflies.
Fireflies would die a death, right? Because go back 4 months, we could see that a lot of this functionality was going to be built into big tools, right? This is the risk in AI if you're building a product. Are you going into a market where there's established products already, and can they replicate what you're building fairly easily with a bank of customers straight away? That's the risk. But of course, all the big video conferencing tools are building this in themselves or have built it in. But the beauty of Fireflies is it joins any meeting. Yeah. Right? So it will join Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, any other meeting. If it's in your calendar and you set it up, it will join it, which is the key thing. So actually, I think it's got a great future, because you're never on just one call. You're constantly switching between these platforms. So, really, really interesting. And I think, just become an everyday part of our lives and business and what we do. And of course, if we jump on a call, it's a good talking point because people are like, what is this? And if you don't want it on, they just kick it off.
You turn it off, exactly. Always let people know. It's more punctual than you, frankly. I've noticed that more than once. But again,
I tell people I send it in just to check out who's there before I join. Yeah.
Me and the Fireflies have had multiple conversations, really interesting ones, actually. But it is good, isn't it? But again, it's part of that whole tool set, isn't it? And again, like you say, you're right, using the tools, but also taking out some of those parts of the tools that we can use and build ourselves. It's that kind of buy via build strategy that we inform our clients with too. Because building sometimes is the right thing to do, and we can improve on that. But that AI note taking part, it's just such an easy win, and we're definitely recommending that to anyone who's trying to get their feet wet, if you like, and a bit not sure about what to do. Yeah, it's such an easy thing to start in a small domain, in a small significant area.
Get it set up. You need a very light training for teams, a one pager on how to use it and what to do, and how to notify clients and all that sort of stuff. And then you get going on it. It's essential. So, yeah. All right. Anything else before we do your favourite section?
Lots of things. Got lots of other news going on. Been looking at just a quick one to bring it up a level. Looking at Davos last week, the World Economic Forum, the big kind of showcase, if you like, big conversation starter in January. All the big guys were there. Sam Altman doing his usual. It's not going to kill us anytime soon. Two interesting things out of it. CEO of Deutsche Bank said, I thought it's a fascinating quote, that AI was bigger than ESG this year, right? Which kind of, that's what Davos is for. Now they're going to convene, right? The environmental, social governance is what it's for, really. But AI was a bigger source of topic from the very senior level down. So that was really interesting. So those things are going to converge, of course. And then the other one, just high level. And of course, AI was everywhere, right? It's like, the same as CES a couple of weeks ago. And a bit unseemly, everyone had AI on their shop front. And of course, now I thought it was really interesting. So a 67 billion a year company, you may have heard of in professional services, called Accenture, are interesting. Their CEO, now this is a big business, right? Their CEO, probably for PR purposes, did a boot camp on generative AI. I thought that was just tells yourself its own story where this is going. Like if
Did they attend the boot camp?
They ran it.
They ran it.
They ran
Nice.
They ran the boot camp. I thought it was really interesting because it goes to show where this technology is going, right?
Yeah.
It's at the very highest levels. And apparently, I didn't say who, I'll try and find out. Celebrities attended it. A couple of presidents attended it. Now, I don't know if these are small country presidents, but I thought that's fascinating, right?
It's good.
It's just a direction of travel in terms
It's going
of
to
where
get you
things
some
are
good
going.
Trustpilot scores, isn't it? You know, a couple of presidents attended.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
You'd hope so.
I mean,
depending on the country, I'm not making any, who knows? Who
that's
knows?
cool. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's very cool.
So, yeah,